good morning to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And then a lot of things to talk about, especially with respect to games, because so, and of course, some breaking news we have by Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So, won't subscribe to the channel, I'm sure. Subscribe to the channel, not turn on notifications. Anyway, anytime we have content, everybody, I will first to have it on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. For those of you, we'll share a link on our various groups. So, I say thank you very much to you. Usually in some of the groups, I call one link and them again have a share. I'll say a very big thank you to you. And for the investors, it was a big boom, big boom. Per 5 solid, I think it was 6 plus odds, and then right boom here. So of course, so you invested, yeah, and then it's a big day for you. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. So up a codes for this Saturday, yeah. Then go down to the description below of the video. Now offer codes now on the now enjoy over there on a Saturday. Now maybe come if I'm wrong. Yesterday, I mean, the story of Carlo Ancelotti said Obeko Brazil or not, Madrid for Besaken or not, whether baby Bruno, it is the end of the road for Carlo Ancelotti, any Madrid team no or not. No. It take another 10 kakra. Because what we are hearing and is a Carlo Ancelotti say he feels like the journey with Madrid team. I mean, Madrid for no Ancelotti ako, Brazil for no Carlo Ancelotti. But on Carlo Ancelotti no GD say the journey with Madrid team is here. Now there is a lot more waiting here. Brazil for the fan between the moment discuss here. Having a conversation around on Carlo Ancelotti and in the future, Madrid and of course at Brazil. Carlo Ancelotti has decided so to do it now. So now the ball is in Florentino Perez's courts. Whether Obesaki Carlo Ancelotti and I say Obama Carlo Ancelotti at now as Madrid coach. Then obviously Carlo will not want to go. Of course, I can say Carlo will then obviously Carlo doesn't have any choice of a call. And that is why and now the report in Germany looks like says Madrid for Saki Ancelotti there. Then the number 1 candidate for job and your Jurgen Klopp. And your Jurgen Klopp. And your brand here friend Xabi Alonso. Only the number 1 candidate for team your friend Madrid for Ejumano if Carlo Ancelotti is sacked up. I mean, from what I'm hearing, a credible Carlo Ancelotti Beko. Next summer, Carlo Ancelotti will not be there. I don't even think it's a Club World Cup no Carlo Ancelotti Beko. I think that it's going to be somebody else. Most likely, saying here Xabi Alonso never be take over Ejumano as the next Real Madrid coach. I mean, a Spain boy through and through. Madrid maybe paying originally from Basque, but then he identifies with the Madridistas. And he definitely, I think, say, a very good fit, stylistic fit. Also, your manager emphasizing too much on tactical stuff. I mean, he does the tactical stuff, but it's also about harnessing the quality of the players, when he has to do the job, with some directness and stuff like that. And he will do exactly a very good job with team, my friend, Madrid. And that's why, right after, say, in Common I say, Abrantia, your friend, Xabi Alonso may come in, as a Madrid phone are beginning to revise their plan for next season in terms of transfers. So, like, Trent Alexander-Arnold done deal on straight of a Madrid player next summer because Salah has signed, Virgil van Dijk has signed, but Trent Alexander-Arnold, he is not going to sign an extension for Liverpool or come Madrid Coman. And a lot of Liverpool legends have said several times that when they had opportunity to go to Madrid now, it helped them. Steven Gerrard always say he said time now 2005-2006 for baby now Madrid maybe he should have gone to Madrid and then go and challenge himself in a different league, but he decided not to go. I think it's clear. It's a Trent Alexander-Arnold, the big team, my friend Liverpool, and then go on to Real Madrid and go and get a job there. And of course, Xabi Alonso becomes coach. But Madrid for rebuilding in terms of players now. Carlo Ancelotti catch almost a commentary replacement for Toni Kroos. In the summer, Omanto. It means that still Madrid are looking for a deep line playmaker. Yes, Trent Alexander-Arnold beats my said sometimes in the game where Trent will come inside, come and dictate the pace of the game at some point in time from deeper areas. But you need a central midfielder of Edge. Dennis Ceballos seems to have done that job in terms of box to box or call the name Banichi or defend, they cover ground. I mean, very, very good job this season. But not enough. Not enough from my branch friend Danny Ceballos. You open more than that from Danny Ceballos, especially in a team like Madrid. The players don't depend on themselves to create something. Oh, if you want, and sometimes team game on football number one is very, very chaotic. I say, hey, pintain, baby, you know, here at least one person on the side, man. Yes, the commodity AG, you need somebody like a Danny Ceballos at some point in time who will help the group in town. And I know it means that in the summer, Madrid for the EMR case to a central controller. If you want, I mean, you have to take a long list of players that Madrid for the airshare to bring in as possible replacement for branch friend Tony Cruz or wait to see if that is going to happen. And I say it is not going to happen over there. Madrid for then they move on to a conversation of Fiifi-Manfred. Of course, on the part of FC Barcelona, and Hansi Dieter Flick say, or you're a little bit unsure about two things. One, the players now in terms of rotation won't be fit to come and play in a game, you know, and also the subsequent game midweek, and then of course Champions League thereafter. Almost a little bit unsure with respect to Sa born because so your assessment near. But Hansi Flick say, in fact, any say Oko in front of Mundo Deportivo, any sport, essentially they are talking about the quality and the possibility say Barca beating the treble. And in fact, I think in front of Mundo Deportivo, it really said Barca, I mean Operation Treble. So Barca for beat Marco treble. And I think Madrid for beat Madrid drop a point this weekend. And immediately Madrid drop point this weekend, it means that the Spanish La Liga no echo Barca on them. Then the focus would have to go into the Copa del Rey. Now Copa del Rey will be a tough game, especially if Madrid lose out on the Liga. Copa del Rey will be the only title Rebecca said Madrid for the budget. And imagine, say Madrid for them, almost regular final, that's a trophy, so I said on the bottom. Now almost a final. Omonim says it's the only possible trophy beat my this season, you know, when they are act rivals Barcelona, a BT almost to the league, you know, a very really tough final to play for Hansi Dieter Flick and in the rant, you know, inside Copa del Rey final, especially if Ochna Madrid for any dropping points and end up effectively losing out in the final, losing out in the Spanish La Liga to team and friend FC Barcelona. A really interesting conversation over there for Madrid for and also for FC Barcelona. You know, and Hansi Dieter Flick say, almost a Copa del Rey game now, almost winning match now. Because 4 days after that, almost Internazionale Milan or Champions League. And I think it's my church why Inter Milan are literally the best opponent to test Barcelona at this point in the season. I've constantly said it's a Barca team, you can see some level of accumulated fatigue. But also, team back also about most matches, we can tell the players now break and stuff like that from Inter Milan. Almost schedule a really packed. Napoli aim pretty on our next to try and win the Scudetto. And see any easy also from them. Almost they put just 3 points Italian Serie A. And of course, Champions League the war. And on Hansi Dieter Flick say almost boss a Copa del Rey game maybe. That's a Barca winner. He is going to ban and I said or we make sure the players to end celebrity. Obi ankon kono be an alcohol obi and Reno and copy pim ko party na afide 4 days later ko boy interafi hangover and that's what moje bonani and Jeff na so there Hansi Dieter Flick is not going to allow that. Barca a Copa del Rey match na that's what moje the celebration will be on the pitch. Omo we am called dressing room campona no celebration. Omo be ban celebration. They will put it in fridge. Na afi omo board the next subsequent games in the na omo tini koko G League, you know, and also omo tini the Champions League they come out there double crampona. Then they can go on and then celebrate and then make sure say yeah I come amomo honmenty. Don't expect say Barca for no will celebrate gidi bia. It's not going to happen. Don't expect say omo I mean gidi bia there be a match day for Barcelona, big game. Again, the biggest quest for Hansi Dieter Flick and now or catcher Spanish La Liga for, especially for Javier Tebas, say I say Jumano Moye no winning because Ono or coachy or Germany now. Of course, he's a German. Now, Unimse in places also like England and Italy, one of the things that's done very well, and is the federation, protect the clubs very well. And that's why sometimes in France, Paris Saint-Germain Champions League game, they can let Paris Saint-Germain play on Friday and then give them enough time to rest for a Wednesday game next week. Sometimes Spain for it. But according to us, data flip, or by around say fixture congestion is crazy. And I can several times the Barca players you can sense accumulated fatigue. Me, I feel like Barca will not win the treble. I think the Barca for will lose at least one or two trophies. At least one trophy. At least one trophy for not in the season. Because of the accumulated fatigue that I think Barca fixture congestion or games or more ball, how these games are literally too many within a short time to play. I think that's going to affect them from now to the end of the season. And now as it affect the guys on one say on one game of matching. Now they also remember a press conference. One could train the players, and the players come the subsequent day and they go and play Champions League and they play Copa del Rey final. Also on Tia in India as a Spanish La Liga and Kounde, they don't protect all players now. Germany, Spain, Italy, we are protecting the players, we are protecting the teams because like Hansi Flick now can say Barca team calling not so and the coefficient in the show for Spain, and it means that other team can go and play in the Champions League. And I say in England for them, but also our own with strong teams to go in and go and succeed. So they will add more to coefficients and the players that are playing the Champions League. And according to Hansi Flick, a shambolic attitude from Javier Tebas and any team or the Spanish FA one when they need to do better. There's all get better. I don't know, or he agrees with them. They need to do better. I mean, we'll see whether the Spanish Federation will be my maybe I come out more than first of all with Chelsea. Chelsea money bought Barcelona man in the Women's Champions League semi-final. I mean, much now. And last year, Barca manly young from. In fact, in the semi-finals of the Women's Champions League, usually you will Chelsea, you will Barca. Now if you will Lyon, then we have a account. This time it is Arsenal. Arsenal Lyon never. Chelsea in Barcelona never. Barca team are good, very very good. In fact, the best female team I've been. Now last season under Emma Hayes, the truth is that Chelsea for honestly they came very close. Saying almost sure my qualify for final, and Lyon for a team and not the current Chelsea coach. I have friend Sonia Bonpaster, no coach before. If I played for Lyon and I also not a coach for Lyon, into only more. And the notion is that say Chelsea for only initial Barca could be more final there. Then Sonia Bonpaster let him have Magic Champions League because that's the only thing that Emma High is into me. Ni almo yo the BSL ni mu ni a the league ni mu FA Cup ni a the last time ni na Emma High say Emma High is into going to the Champions League final and then winning it, especially when clubs like Lyon and Barcelona are there. I mean, these are very very tough teams. Only more especially for Barcelona. You know, and they say Chelsea fans want to prepare. I'm from striker Mario Ramirez. I'm say they want to qualify. I said there is a renewed energy with Chelsea for no Magia to last time when they can go share Barca for share Barca for I think 1-0 or Kings Medal and on the game they call Barcelona. Then they lost it over there. Even in that game they were very close and I feel that everything capitulated. Then they are saying say this time they have a better squad. They have a good and equally good manager in my eyes before as compared to my eyes. And also they think that in the Barca for Nako 2-2. Okay, we'll wait to see. I'm watching to see how that game is going to go in terms of how Chelsea for Betima qualified to the Women's Champions League semi-final game on ball on the Victor Jokeres. Charlie. Hat-trick, one. Portugal Sporting Ewefi. Hat-trick. And the kind of goals that Victor Jokeres share, the quality he has, his ability to create separation, the hold up play, the channel runs, and the most important thing that I've said several times in Chelsea's quest for a centre forward, a box presence and killer instincts. I think that in there, say open striker, then you're looking out for a striker who is literally obia or no boxing no ball never can na ya obey your adwuma obehye goal and ya feel no ba be wow na like sometimes Nicholas Jackson overthinks our boxing. I mean these strikers they overthink. And after the game on Gogo Bizarre to Joe Crash the future no what is it not so no who nipa or in future nipa be in future who be that on that shows will be in future no Bizarre say or man to say or next sporting for any din come say they don't be reduce ne the buyout clause from 100 million to something lower and also on the news our conversation and all of that but that is true sport the Joe Crash agent after sale we share Chelsea for no they went back to sporting for no catch 100 million a little bit too much someone trigger there then they should manage to reduce the 100 million no we say oh no yeah man no mind you Chelsea any sporting for now yeah Juma this summer in the middle of the year Omaye Dario Sugu Juma, Omaya Branty friend Giovanni Kounde Juma, and then now there's a possibility of a good relationship with Sporting for and they will want to go in there and see if they can go and get a job done. Now, a very, very interesting conversation of Victor Joe Kresha possibly waiting about Chelsea for now or Mandrana Kofoka who gets Ekitiki El Horn. I've said it's a who you a fighter, open fighter there, then it's Victor Osimhen, is Liam Delap. Opel be able to get Jumano box in media, then you need Victor Joe Crash, Victor Osimhen, Liam Delap, any of them are boxing with my said Manama. Of course, our box presence. Now, these three attackers now, Eddie Bema of Fiifi-Manfred, these are top players are only Juma and Chelsea for who hope said they can get a result with respect to games there, of course, so no, from now to because I'm be saying some Mariska said, Osha Manchester corner, Osha born and the players them wanna say boys they into me and share go, I went to me and Kopama to me and share Jackson and me and Sha and they qualify for the Champions League on when himself goes out to come and decide our boys as something share goes. We'll see how that one goes later in the day. We'll come back with more of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So then, do take care. Bye bye.